It's just a glove. It's an old glove, I guess horsehair glove. Oh, like one of 60 and early 70 glove. This is how you make the money. You with your hands, so the glove protect the hand. So you want to have the best glove that's necessary to protect your hands. Look nice. Well, it's not so much the green belt itself, this organization, you know, they did a great job, a lot of promotion on their belt. So I guess today is what do the green belt mean? It means a world of difference because this company promoted they item, they did real well, and they tend to have the better fighters. And so so all good fighters want to get with organizations who do real well. And it goes along with who they are as an individual. Boxing is supposed to get better. Each generation is supposed to get better. You know, I'm a Christian, and the Word of God, each generation get better. And the only way you get better when the people who before you show you how not to make the mistake they made. So each generation get better if it's done properly. And you know, we can't look at the past and say, oh, we're going to do it like this. You got to step up each and every time. You got to find out what mistake that you made, but that in mistakes that means you could have been better. But you learn from your wins, but you still make mistakes in the process of winning. And the people that make the changes in the process of growing keep growing. And the people who don't, they start sliding back down. Of course I have. Of course I have. But I came in at the time when they said weightlifting wasn't good. But I had a guy that, his name was Tim Hallmark, who trained me. He specialized in conditioning. And he said, you can, but you have to add some of your flexibility. I did the stretches and all these different type exercise that really do help you. But you have to eat the right food. You have to have the right diet. You got to have the right everything. All these things. When you add on something, you got to add more. And so I guess when you look at it, when you don't have the knowledge and understanding how to do it, then most people just choose not to do it. But the fact is, it's a way that you can add on and become better. Of course, Ali, and when you look at the little guys, I like Marvin Hagler, I like Sugar Ray Leonard. It's fighters out there that I really like because of what they did. And so when you look at fighters, you tend to pan out which guys have your style, which guy I could be like that I cannot believe I could do. And like that, and so when I looked at Ali, I was told that I could be a champion like Ali, not so much fighting like Ali, but a champion. I'm some man with a lot of confidence, character, and all this and stuff. Then, Sugar Ray Leonard came, and Sugar Ray had the fast hands and all this, and he did some things that I wasn't able to do. So, but I didn't have to be like that because I wasn't that small. So I didn't have to have them quick feet like that, but I had quick hands, but it's just in a way into how you present yourself. But I found myself liking people like Marvin Hagler. He was just a hard worker, and he would run you downhill, catch up with you eventually. Of course, you add things. You always adding things on. Sugar Ray Leonard had the fast hands and stuff like that, hit them shots, he move and all this, and you know, and you like George Foreman, that power puncher, but he gonna swing down on you. He gonna make sure he gonna hurt you. And so, you know, I had a little Joe Frazier. I had a little Joe Frazier style because I had this guy named Georgie Benton who taught me a little bit of that. But I had this thing where I had to move. I had quick feet, so I moved around a lot. It's really like if you outwork anybody, 99% of your chance you're gonna win if you outwork them. And so it would mean to sometime when I didn't know what to do, just fight real hard, and if I get tired, I know my opponent tired. But I never know my opponent's tired if I'm fresh. That means that I ain't really doing nothing. If I'm tired, that means I'm really doing something, and my opponents are tired as well. If I stood toe-to-toe with everybody, eventually if they were bigger and they hit harder, their chance to get me gonna be a lot easier than mine gonna get them. But if I move around, if I get them to move around with me, their chance of getting tired gonna be a lot greater than me. Confidence, and you know, boxing is one of them things where that when people really look at, they respected factors because they realize that two people with hands, and because I felt that I was so good at one point in time, I thought that if you got two hands, I could beat you if we want to do this thing with hands. And so I was very confident that I was capable of making the adjustment that's necessary to being able to win in the rules and regulations with two hands of boxing. Well, all around the world. I was one of them kids. I was the youngest of 9. I was told I wasn't going to be anything. And then one day I was introduced to the game of boxing. And somebody told me this boxing can take you all around the world. So, you know, by me being a poor kid, I was told that poor people don't go nowhere. But I found that if you box, if you win a tournament, you always go in places. And I got into the game of boxing, and it took me all around the world. And there's no place probably in the world that somebody ain't gonna know Holyfield. Things I didn't even think about. I'm telling you, who would think that I was gonna meet all these presidents and they gonna know my name? I will go in a country and I'm not gonna know nobody, but everybody know me. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's you know, I truly believe not so much the fighter that I was, it's just the compliment of doing the proper things, do the proper things right, and come with the game of boxing of being a world champion. And you know, when you can show up and people tend to be happy because they got a chance to see you. I mean, it's great. Well, you know, for one thing, if you have kids never gonna forget that you daddy. You know, you as a world champion, to them, you just daddy. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of bring you back down to earth.